Hello and welcome to myself, Caroline Ainsley, and tonight's live on the Global Maths and Science lesson. In fact, I haven't actually put that on the banner. The URL that you're seeing there, which is in the description, is to register for the Global Maths and Science lesson. Now, what is it? And it's something that we've been doing this is our 7th time, so it's the last 6 years that we've done it. It started in 2015 with the first one. And the idea is that my mission and people at Bubbly Maths and the people with the Global Teacher Empowerment Network and AIMSEC, which are all our collaborators, have one purpose, and that is to reach as many children as possible, to make maths amazing, intriguing, interesting, and learn the skills that you learn through maths. My personal mission is that every child on earth will love learning and enjoy mathematics. So how to do that? At the time we were working on getting a Guinness World Record, and we'd actually just succeeded in February 2015, we got our first Guinness World Record. And we thought, what about a Guinness World Record for the world's largest maths lesson, global maths lesson? So, oh my goodness, we got into that. And we'd been doing Guinness World Records for a couple of years with, oh my goodness. Several attempts, many no's, one yes. We finally succeeded. Perseverance and determination. We succeeded in getting our Guinness World Record. So we thought, okay, we're going to do it for the world's largest maths and science lesson. And the first year we did it, and I don't think Guinness actually had guidelines too much in advance. We got them very, very shortly before we started the attempt. And the poor teachers all around the world got these guidelines just before the deadline, just before it was the day to start to do the lesson. And there were lots of requirements. So that made it quite difficult the first year. So we got a no on that one because we hadn't fulfilled the requirements. Now, we actually had about 50,000 participants that first year that we did it. And it was on DNA. It was the maths and science of DNA. And we used balloons, and we had the most amazing contributions that people made. And we've done a global lesson ever since, every single year. We've done it on bubbles. We've done it on sports. We've done it on time. We did it on fractals one year. And we did it last year. Ironically, our global maths lesson was on the maths and science of medicine. It was using statistics, and because medicine uses statistics, and of course, with the pandemic, I was featuring Florence Nightingale, and it was because it was her 100th birthday last year. 100th birthday of her, actually 100th anniversary of her death, I think it was, sorry. And or 200th, I've forgotten now. That was a year ago. It's gone from my memory banks. It's an anniversary. It's a big anniversary of Florence Nightingale's. And ironically, she used maths and statistics to help improve the healthcare system and the health in hospitals, dramatically increase the amount of people that actually survived a hospital visit, because it used to be very, very dangerous thing. Like, if anybody thinks it's bad to go in hospitals now, it was 50% chance you weren't coming out of there if you went in for any reason, because you'd catch something from something else. So she fixed that, and we used statistics, and then just completely by coincidence, this whole COVID thing came along. So that was interesting. This year, it's about games. It's about learning maths through games. Now, I've got a few bits and bobs set up here. There we go. Going to remove that from there. and show you. This is just what I'm going to do over the next 2 weeks is we're going to, whoops, where is it? Oh, there it is. We're going to demonstrate a few games. I've got a nice big dice there to roll. I've got all these lovely shaped dice here. This is got 20 faces. It's an icosahedral dice or a D20 if you're into gaming. I've got D6, haha, a hexahedral dice. I've got a D8 here, an octahedral dice, a D10, a decahedral dice, and I've got a D12, and it's disappeared off the screen. A dodecahedral dice. I've got a bunch of dice here. Well, okay, so that's the dice. We've got things we can do with string, and okay, so you don't have to hammer a bunch of nails onto a piece of board, but you can do this, make art. Such a satisfying game. It's one of those mindfulness things. We can make art and maths using paper and a ruler. And then one of our favorite games that I do with the young people that I work with doing tutoring is, now I've just tidied my desk, which was a very, very, very foolish thing to do just before doing a live. I thought, oh, I'll just clear the decks. And now I don't know where my pens are. Here we go. Here it is. We're just going to actually play this game. If I can find the right pens. Don't want a permanent marker, whiteboard marker. Good. Here we go. So here's a nice one. This is a lovely one. I'm just going to make it super, super simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's something you can do with square paper. Those, you know, the small square paper, the sort that you have in school. This first time I played this, I had such a big surprise. So the idea is you've got to make squares. Line that up a bit. There we go. You have to make squares. You take it in turns. So when I do this online, by the way, so you can actually play this across the miles. I number them. So we've got number and letter them, A, B, C, D, E, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can actually play this with a friend over Zoom, which is how I work with my tutees. Okay, so first person goes. So first person might choose C3. So now it's my turn. I'm going to choose, we've got to make a square. And I'm going to choose B1. Now, my opponents played with me before, so they're going to do that. Now, how is that a problem? Interesting. Don't know why that's a problem, or why would do anything, but okay, so I can't do what I was doing. So I'm going to go here. Okay, so I'm not particularly posing a huge threat to my opponent. So my opponent's going to go here. So now I'm feeling okay. It's a bit close to the wire, but I'm going to force my opponent now to block me because I was about to make a square here. I'm like, okay, well, I can't do that. Well, let's just go with the obvious, go over here. So my opponent says, oh, that's all right. I don't mind that. So my opponent's going to go there. So now I'm feeling threatened. So instead of continuing on the attack, I'm going to go here to stop that square there from happening. And my opponent goes, that's all right. I don't mind that because if I just get it right here, opponent's going to go there and my opponent's won. This is the kicker. First time this happened to me, and now I'll say happened to me, I'm not joking, happened to me. I couldn't see it. I'm like, well, where's the square? And what my opponent had actually done as well is my opponent had 2 spots. They had created a situation where they had 2 places where they could have completed. So they had me basically boxed in. And the square is here. Now, the beauty of this one is, what's the definition of a square? Well, the definition of a square is that every angle is 90 degrees and every length is the same length. Well, how on earth can we be sure that every angle is 90 degrees and every length is the same length? Well, I have to admit, it's not exactly 90 degrees because I drew this out freehand. So, but we are in a virtual world, this would be correct. And now how do we know that every edge is the same length? Now, if you go from this dot, 1, 2 across and 1 up, then 1, 2 across from then 1 across, 1, 2 across and then 1 down, 1, 2 and then across 1. Every distance is exactly the same. The distance from there to there is exactly the same as the distance from there to there, assuming you're using a proper square grid. So we have to assume we're doing that when I draw it out freehand. So that's the game, and it is a really good game. Now, what's the advantage of playing this game, and why would you? Now, I nearly stopped the broadcast instead of stopping the share. Here we go. Right. So why would you play this game, for example? I mean, there's lots and lots and lots of games, and why is playing games good for learning maths? Well, there's so many things you learn. You learn strategy, you learn to be systematic, you learn to analyze, you actually learn a bit of patience, you learn to take risks, you learn to make decisions, you learn when there are no more options. That's a really important thing to learn in mathematics, when you've found all the possibilities and there's no other. So many. And also you learn to handle your emotions. If you're not winning, you might feel like I'm a loser, or you might feel I'm stupid. All these things just so aren't true. It's you're learning. No matter what age you are. Me, I'm going to be 60 next year, and I literally am learning all the time. And so that's why we are going to play the games. Now, this year's Global Maths and Science lesson is in 2 weeks. How many weeks? 2. So please register. The link is going across the screen. It's also in the description, depending what social media you're on. I don't know. That way. That way. And it's ticker taping across the screen. So please do join us. You can read all about it on that page, and then you click on another one to actually register. And we're going to do fractions. So we've got a fraction wall somewhere here. Hooray! We're going to do a fraction. We're going to play fractions. You can't see it there. We're going to play fractions. We've got several activities. It's a 30-minute lesson every year, and thousands of children all around the world will be playing on the same day, playing the same game, doing the same 30-minute lesson based on playing a game. And it's a game about fractions. And you know what? This is all about children enjoying maths. And there are some children out there that would never put maths and fractions and enjoyment in the same sentence. But they're going to enjoy this. We're playing games, they're going to enjoy it. It's a fun activity, and it's a learning activity, and it's a great resource for teachers, homes. One of the courses I'm working on doing, something I do with the people that I tutor, and something that I'm working on a course to do, is to teach families games to learn, games to play, so that they can help their learners be better mathematicians and have more success in school, which gives them a better chance in life. Wahey! And that's what the games are about, and that's what this year's Global Maths and Science lesson is about. Where's the science in this one? Well, there's so much science in everything we do. It's like, how do you separate maths and science? How do you separate maths and science from life? The science, it's all in our brain. I mean, it's our bodies are inherently science. Our thinking is science. So even if we don't actually overtly do any science, we're using our bodies to do it. So that's it. That's science covered. Now we've got a whole new way of doing. Oh, comments. Oh no, it's okay. I can see comments when I'm doing it this way, but I've got no comments. comments. I've got some people watching. Can you say hello and identify yourself if you can? That'll be great. And if you can please share, if it's not something you want to do, but you know somebody who might be interested, if you know any teachers, any home educators, maybe Scouts groups, lots of different types of people that might be interested, please do share the link, share the post, copy that link. It's in the description, and share it with people that you know. I'm not seeing any comments come up, so I am going to end the broadcast, and I'll go and have a look, see if there are any comments on any of the areas. That please do join us on September the 20th. Oh, I should do that in a banner, shouldn't I? Ha ha! Create a banner. I love this. And this is any time of the day. So this will be that when we were first doing it with Guinness. Oh, got a thumbs up. Thank you. When we were first attempting to make it a Guinness World Record, anytime on September the 23rd, that's a Thursday, so I'll say Thursday, September the 23rd. See what happens if I do that now. Ooh, oh, look, I've got 2 banners on there. So you do it anytime. The idea is you do it any time of the day. It's a 30-minute lesson. And we're initially, Guinness said everybody has to do it at the same time. Well, we had a lot of people that were interested in India and Australia and the US and the UK and in other countries too, a lot of the English-speaking countries. This year, by the way, it's been translated as it was last year into Spanish. So it'll be available in for South America, for any Spanish-speaking countries. It'll be, one of our partners is Educaixa in Spain, in Barcelona. And they're going to be translating it, I believe, also into Gallego, hopefully. So please do tell people about that. That will be available. The lesson will be available on the day in Spanish and Gallego. And actually, I just thought about it. I'm going to do several lives on the day, and I'll do one in Spanish. Hello, why didn't I think of that before? So I'll do one in Spanish as well on the day. And so Guinness wanted us to do it at the same time. And we attempted this for several years, and it was just it just made the rules that we had to do. We love Guinness so much, and we are attempting other world records, but this one was just a step too far. We just couldn't get everybody to do it at the same time. It was too much to ask. You can't have children at 1 a.m. coming together doing a lesson in anywhere. So maybe the odd one will do it. Odd class will do an all-night thing, but it's not something you can ask. So we decided 2 years ago to just say, okay, we're not going to attempt any more Guinness World Records, which means that any time of the day on Thursday, September the 23rd, do the 30-minute lesson. You'll register first and then submit a picture. It doesn't have to, we don't want to see children's faces unless you're completely happy with that. We're happy with seeing the activity, just seeing enjoyment. It wants to be pictures that people will enjoy seeing. You'll submit that to an email we'll give you, and then we'll send you a certificate of participation. And we'll let you know afterwards how many participants we had. And you have to fill in an online form as well, just to let us know what numbers you had afterwards, so that we can add them all up and tell you how many there were. And yes, and it's a fundraiser as well. So we partner, and the activity, the lesson, is provided by AIMSEC on the Aiming High website. And oh, somebody said something. Hi, Temba. Oh, it's my pleasure. Hopefully you're going to be doing this on the 23rd. Tell me you are, please, somewhere, somehow. I will be. Temba has actually written one of the amazing activities that I will be doing over the next 2 weeks. It's called Algebraria. And that sounds as though it's going to be hard, doesn't it? It's got algebra in it, it's got area in it, and it's got calculations. But actually, there's a really great game that Temba has created, and it's a puzzle. And we're going to play that. That's one of the things I'm going to be doing over the next 2 weeks. So every night at 7 o'clock before this 23rd, I'm glad you're well, Temba. It's really good to see you. Hopefully you'll see you on Saturday. So we do a workshop. So we do this in collaboration with AIMSEC and the Aiming High website that provides the, I'm just going to add another banner, that provides the lesson and lots of follow-up activities. There are like 10 other learning activities for people of all different ages that are related to fractions, that are all intriguing and interesting. And if you know someone that's having difficulty with fractions, get your teeth into these and it'll make a big difference. Let me see, Aiming High. It's not coming. My brain is not telling me. It's slightly complicated because it's in South Africa, but it's in South Africa because it was set up to provide the professional development for teachers in disadvantaged communities and in developing countries. Aiming. Oh, it's not telling me. It's not coming up. .ac. Oh. Aiming High AIMSEC. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's why it wasn't happening. It's aiminghigh.aimsec.ac.za. So I'll put that on here somewhere. It's not. It had a bit more. Had more in it than I thought of. There we go. Aiming High. .aimsec.ac.za. So I'll replace that one with this one. Da-da! And so there's lots of activities on there. When you register, we'll be sending you a link to the Guinness World Record to the Global Maths and Science lesson for this year. And also on the Aiming High website is access to all the other 6 lessons that we've done over the past 6 years. So this is number 7th event. So thank you for joining. Please share the link. I'll go back to the link that we want to share, and that'll be anytime on Thursday, September the 23rd. We do give a bit of wiggle room if you can't do it on that date, but we really, the whole beauty for the children, what they love is that they are doing the same lesson with children from all over the world, and then the pictures all come in and we all get together, we all see them, and it's very heartwarming. It unites the world for a day using mathematics. I will see you tomorrow night at 7 with tomorrow night's game, and I look forward to seeing you on September the 23rd. Register, join in, and if it's not something you want to do, please do share it. Most people know at least one person that would be interested in getting involved, so please do share it. And it's a fundraiser as well for AIMSEC that provides the materials. So if you find it of value, please do make a donation to on the link, and the funding goes towards providing bursaries to train teachers that work in disadvantaged communities in developing countries. Caroline Ainsley from Bubbly Maths signing out, and G10 and signing out. See you tomorrow at 7, and see you as many people as possible on Thursday, September the 23rd. Bye bye.